Well, hello everybody. What a crazy week. It was a short week, but it was crazy. It was hot, and I worked in a factory, and I work around ovens. So it was very, very hot. But I have a couple of days off, and getting some videos done for next week. And I'm hoping between today and tomorrow I can have my videos for next week done. That way I have Saturday to myself. I went, um, every year we have to have a physical before October 31st for work. And the last year, work had a company come in and do our blood work and, physicals and stuff. And, well, they work teamed up with this, what would you call it? Clinic, and they have doctors and nurses and just like a regular clinic. So this year I made an appointment to have my physical done again. And, well, through our work, if we made, this company our main provider, um, certain medicines and certain office visits were free. You don't have to pay as long as you use our insurance. Okay. Well, I'm having so much trouble with my primary care doctor, and I just I couldn't take it anymore. And so I was telling Kevin, it's like, when I go for my appointment, I'm going to take my prescriptions. There's only three. And I'm going to see if this, um, clinic is able to do my prescriptions. Because I knew they could do certain prescriptions, but I didn't know if they could do the, uh, federally regulated, um, prescriptions. So I I was talking to him. It's like, hey, can you guys, um, you know, do these prescriptions if I transfer to you? And the the nurse, she was looking at him, and she's like, I believe we can. And then the doctor was on the other side of the curtain because this is done at work. It's, um, they have their own floor, so when they come to do, the clinics, everything's up there. And so, um, she hollers over to the doctor, and she's like, um, "Do we carry meloxicam at the clinic?" And the doctor goes, "Yeah, we carry that." So the nurse was saying that for my one prescription, I just go to the doctor's office and pick it up. It's free. I don't have to pay for it. No copay, no nothing. I just go and pick it up. Because where I work and uh, with the insurance, whatever the insurance is, they're going to accept whatever the insurance pays as payment. Plain and simple. So it's like, yeah, that's how much that's gonna gonna save me some money. And so she proceeded to tell me that the other two wouldn't be a problem, and she says when the doctor comes over to do your physical, she'll talk to you more about it. So, real nice people. Oh my gosh, really nice. um, so the doctor come over, and she was just sweet, and she pulled her chair up real close to the table because there's other people that I work with, out waiting their turn. So she pulled up real close, and she was talking to me, and she's like, "This one prescription," she's like, "We can write it." And the other prescription, she wanted to know, a little bit about. And so I was talking to her about it, and she's like, "Well," she says, "it sounds like you have some concerns over it." And she says, "What I would do is I would take your blood work and um, get your testosterone levels. And she said, then I would proceed to um, talk to a specialist, like an endocrinologist or a urologist, um, somebody that has specialties in that field." And I told her, I said, "That's fine." I said, "My old doctor, not my new, see, my old doctor retired, and I ended up with this other doctor, and I do not like her one bit." And the last time that I went in to see her, she scared me. Literally, she scared me. That's, I mean, yeah, it was bad. So I was telling my new doctor, it's like, okay, my old doctor sent me to 3 different endocrinologists at 3 different facilities, and none of them would help me. They just kept telling me, my doctor shouldn't be doing this, my doctor shouldn't be doing that, and why are you letting your doctor do this? And it's like, you and her went to medical school. I didn't. Why don't you call her and you guys can talk lingo all day long? You can talk medical lingo. Leave me out of it. Just tell me what you need me to do. And so that was, and the my new doctor today, she couldn't believe it. And I said, yeah, it was. I've not had a good time with specialists, um, but she's uh, she's going to look into it for me, and I go for um, to get my results for my blood work done next month, and so I have to sign some papers for the controlled substance medication that she'll be writing for me, and then I will um, have paperwork done to have my medical transcripts sent over, so that way they have my records. Because I will not go back into the office for to see the doctor that took over for my doctor that retired. No, not doing it. When we have to pay, it's $300 to walk into the doctor's office, and after insurance pays, and after what they have to write off, I'm still left with like $100 and some dollars. So it's like, I'm not paying $100 and some dollars and be treated badly. No, that won't happen. So that was some good that come out of my physical. And evidently, I guess there's by going to this new place, and if I have to have an antibiotic or something, they have it right there. They have it at the clinic, and it's free. Whatever, like I said, whatever our insurance pays, they accept as payment in full. She said mine might be a little bit different. I might have to pay a little something because I don't have the copay insurance. I have the HSA. But she said it won't be near what I have to pay over at the other place. So I am happy about that. And it's not far from my work. So my appointments, the doctor was telling me that my appointments can be right after work. I get out at 6 a.m. She said, be at the clinic by 7. And she says, that's when your doctor's appointment will be, 7 o'clock. So, works for me. I will, I'll have to sit there for a little bit because, like I said, it's not that far from work. Maybe 15 minutes or so. But it's nice because if I get out of work late, I'll still make it by 7. Oh, here's my knot. Make sure my knot's tight. Yep. Always, I try and always check my knots. I usually like sewing in my ends. I don't typically like using knots, but for this particular project, um, knots are essential because there's only like 20 yards per color, between 20-25 yards per color. So, and as many mini hanks as I am using, you do not want to have to sew all of those ends in. That would be a lot of ends. You to sew your ends in, you'd have to sew them in as you go. There's no way you could wait till the end. That'd be impossible. And I got some wonderful comments. I've got some wonderful questions that people have asked me in the comments, and I've got them all answered. And so, if you ask me a question in the comment and I don't answer it, send me an email or resend a comment saying, hey, look, you didn't answer my question, and I'll answer it. I don't mean not to answer a question, but sometimes my mind just. You all know my mind. I mean, plain and simple, you know my mind. One minute it's there, and the next minute it's the doo doo doo. It's off in La La Land. And I'm so glad that you guys love the new picture, um, uh, the thumbnail picture, where the blanket spread out on my bed, and I took a picture of it. It just, it just, it turned out really nice. I am so happy with that picture, and it lets me know it's like, hey, you got a long way to go yet, buddy. You better start crocheting. uh, no more time off for you. No more. But I got to work on my felted bag project too. And then there's some videos that I need to put up. Because before I start the bag project, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth here. But before I start the knit along bag project, I want to put out learn with me video, how to cast on, um, how I join in the rounds, and so all of that will be important. And as we go, and I also want to show about placing stitch markers because that will be also needed for the bag. Just some little things to just to show, because there could be some people that, don't know how to knit in the round, or how to knit in the round the way I'm going to do it. So I just want I want that video up just a little bit ahead of time. And I really need to show the alternated, alternate cast on. So we have, when we cast on, we still have live stitches, because the bag is done in the round. But to put a bottom on it, to knit the bottom, actual knit the bottom in sequence, you're going to need to pick up those stitches at the bottom going around. And, I can hear people, well, why don't you just knit the bottom and then knit the bag around? You could do that. I don't want to do that. So, the bag will be showing some of the things that I do. And but you do not by any means have to follow everything that I'm doing. I'm just showing this is how I do it, and this is my result. Working at the table is so much better. So much better. Because this blanket is, and it's not done, but it's pretty heavy. It is heavy. And I thought we were going to get some rain because it was thundering, and I kept getting alerts on my phone that lightning's been detected, and rain. It went all north, went right around us. But it did cool it down some out there tonight. So that was a plus. And with my new doctor, oh, she's got her work cut out for her. So she is going to schedule me a colonoscopy because I'm overdue for one. And my old doctor was in the process of setting me up for it. And then she retired, and the new doctor never done it. So I'm 2 years past due. I'm not looking forward to it, but it needs done. It's just. But the good thing of it is, she was telling me by having the colonoscopy, uh, I don't have to, if everything comes out good, I don't have to worry about it for 10 years. But if I do through the mail, where you take a sample through the mail or sample at home and send it in through the mail, she said that's only good for about 3 years. So it's like, just bite the bullet and do for 10 year. And we had a discussion about um, my weight loss, and she was impressed at my loss. Now, during um, my sister's issue before she passed, I gained weight back, but we're we're back to we're back to normal and eating the foods I should be eating. I I so wanted a Snickers bar so bad, but I held off. I was a good boy, and I ended up eating some sugar-free candy because Weight Watchers, I can have 4 pieces. I have to count the points for it, yes, but I can I can fit it in um, the eating plan a lot better than trying to fit a Snickers bar, because eating a Snickers bar is like eating 80% of my points for the day. Yeah, so it's not worth it. And I do have, last week I did make some tote videos, but they're not scheduled to come out. I have not scheduled them to come out yet, but I do have 4 um, that I can put out. So I might schedule one um, for this weekend. Just one. Man, we are at 29 minutes. Wow. I guess I'll be stopping here shortly and pulling out the next 2 colors. And while this video is uploading, I will be getting those colors balled up and ready to go. And I'm going to go grab me something to drink. And hopefully by then, the video will be ready to finalize and I can get it queued up. Come on. It's like, if you don't wrap it, you can't pull it through. And I'm just so, I'm tickled pink. Because this blanket is really turning out way better than my expectations had ever thought it would look. But I mean, this blanket's turning out stunning. And I have plenty of mini hanks left. So when my jar, I'm just waiting until I pull the last colors out of my jar. And then I'll refill it. Because that's the whole point of pulling your colors and working them in. Okay. So, I'm going to set this aside. Grab my jar. Let's see here. Put that over to the side. Now, I'm going to turn my head. I'm going to mix them up. And that's our color. That's one. Mix them up. And color number 2. Okay, there's our colors. So, there they are. They were picked. And I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Okay? Bye.